What's up everyone, it's Zino here. If you followed my channel recently, you've probably noticed a lot of videos about high-end home media players. And if you're someone who loves to keep their Blu-ray rips on a NAS or a hard disk drive and demands nothing less than the absolute best in picture and sound quality, then this video is most likely for you. Because today we've got three top home media players that are going to compete with each other. The Zidoo Z9X 8K, the Dune HD Solo 8K, and lastly, the Arvolution Playerone 8K. So let's go ahead and find out more. Before we dive in, I want to let you know that I've already reviewed each of these devices individually. And if you're interested in watching them, I will leave the links in the description below. Ultimately, the choice comes down to personal preferences. I've received a lot of requests asking if I can do a comparison video. And while I think that all three devices are excellent, I'll help you decide which one is best for you. And lastly, I also want to be transparent. I haven't received any payments for reviewing these devices or for making this video. However, I was allowed to keep all three devices and I'm incredibly grateful to Dune HD, Zidoo and Arvolution for giving me this opportunity. So with that out of the way, let's start with what you see first, the build quality, and after that we'll move on to UI, performances and features. First up is the Zidoo Z9X 8K. Right off the bat, you'll notice that it's the smallest of the three. Compact and slick, the Zidoo feels well constructed with a metal finish that gives it a premium look. It's portable and easy to place just about anywhere. However, it lacks an internal bay for a hard disk drive. Of course, it has the SATA port, but any hard disk drive you'll be connecting to it will be sitting exposed next to it. Not ideal if you're looking for a tidy setup. During my testing, I noticed that the Zidoo was getting quite warm, so I decided to download an app to monitor its temperatures. The good news is that the temperatures never exceeded 58 degrees Celsius, which seems within a safe range to me. Next, let's take a look at the Dune HD Solo 8K. It's larger than the Zidoo with a more substantial build. It feels robust, and the extra size gives it space for an internal bay, which is a plus to me if you're all about minimizing clutter. The materials used is top-notch and the front display is clear and functional. And the design is minimalistic, perfect if you want something that blends easy in your home. And finally, the Arvolution Playerone 8K. This device goes all out with a futuristic design. This one is the largest and the heaviest of all three. The build quality is exceptional, with a full metal chassis that screams durability. Perfect to set up in your rack. Like the Dune, it also has an internal bay for your hard disk drive. And the cooling system is impressive, keeping your device and even your hard disk drive cool, even during long playback sessions. If you're someone who values a sturdy, no compressive build, the Playerone might be a good choice for you. Now let's dive into the software. The Zidoo interface is both clean and very responsive. It offers a very user-friendly experience with plenty of customization options. It accepts all major file formats except 3D, so if that's something that's very important for you, this might not be the right choice. The UI is straightforward and it's very easy to navigate in, featuring large icons for HDR, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision and more. It's very clear to see what you're playing, making it very simple to identify supported formats at a glance. Accessing movie information is a breeze. You can easily explore biographies of actors and directors with just a click. The Zidoo also supports gapless playback, ensuring a seamless audio experience. Additionally, it comes with a very cool music player that enhances your audio library with a slick interface and robust features. And of course, it supports full Blu-ray menu for all your Blu-ray rips. Listen, we all know getting your hands on those high-quality Blu-ray rips can be, let's say, risky. That's why it's absolutely essential to protect yourself online. And there's no better way to do that than with today's sponsor, NordVPN. NordVPN is a game changer. It will protect your online traffic and it's super easy to use whether you're on a smartphone, PC or even your media player. And let's just be real, if you're downloading pristine Blu-ray rips online, you don't want your ISP or anyone else snooping around. Am I right? So right now NordVPN is offering a special discount. Use the code ZINO at checkout or use the link in the description for a special deal plus 1 month of free VPN. Now that we got that out of the way, let's continue. The Dune HD Solo 8K's interface has a more traditional feel, less flashy but highly functional and easy to use. It supports all major formats including full 3D playback. And you have a good menu where you can also log in multiple streaming services, so you have a very nice overview. One standout is its dual operating system. You can seamlessly switch between Android and Linux, giving you full access to the Android UI if needed. This flexibility enhances the user experience overall. The Revolution Playerone 8K has a very polished interface, featuring smooth animations and an intuitive layout. It excels in advanced media playback, making it a standout for users with a large content collection. One particularly impressive feature is the instant playback of the cover-up when you hover over a movie, adding a dynamic and visual experience to your movie collection. This level of detail truly enhances the user experience. The Zidoo Z9X 8K comes with a straightforward remote control that's functional and easy to use. It includes all essential buttons for navigation in the interface. The layout is intuitive and the build quality is great. And of course it comes with a cool backlighting design and a button for the backlighting. And I feel like it has a premium look. The remote control of the Dune HD 8K Solo has a more classical look, but it has a well-built, comfortable feel that's easy to navigate in, with buttons for quick access to key features. But unfortunately, this remote control has no backlighting. But overall, it's a good remote control. The remote control of the Revolution Playerone 8K feels like it's the most advanced, featuring a slick ergonomic design with backlight buttons, customizable shortcuts. However, one thing to note is that when you press on the navigation buttons left, right, up and down, require precise pressing. It's easy to accidentally press between them, which will result in no action. Despite this minor flaw, I feel like it's the most advanced control. One standout feature of the Zidoo is the Zidoo controller application. This allows you to manage your movie collection directly from a mobile app. You can easily view your movie collection and find any information you need, and even initiate remote playback. The app also allows you to adjust the Zidoo media player settings directly from the mobile app, making it a high convenient tool for fine-tuning your setup. Additionally, the Zidoo controller app also integrates with various music streaming services, allowing you to access and play your favorite tracks remotely to the Zidoo music player. However, I did notice that you cannot change the movie covers directly through the mobile app. You'll have to use the remote control and the Zidoo interface. Overall, I think that the Zidoo controller application is a very powerful tool that enhances the user experience. Next, let's talk about the Dune HD Solo 8K and its companion app, the Dune Control app. Like the Zidoo app, the Dune Control app offers a convenient way to control your media library. You can browse through your media library, view detailed information, and even initiate movie playback. However, the Dune Control app features a more classical and straightforward design compared to the Zidoo application. Just like with the Zidoo app, the Dune Control app doesn't allow you to change covers directly from the mobile app, nor does it include an integrated music player so you can play your favorite tracks remotely. However, the app still covers all essential options for a smooth and efficient media experience. Surprisingly, I also discovered that the Dune Control app can also control the Revolution Playerone 8K. This is surprising considering the Playerone 8K does not have an own dedicated mobile app. So while the Revolution lacks a mobile dedicated app, you can still use the Dune Control app to manage all your media library, which is an unexpected bonus to me. Overall, the Dune Control app is simple but effective. And lastly, the Revolution Playerone 8K takes a different approach when it comes to remote control apps. Instead of a mobile app, it offers dedicated Windows or Mac applications that allows you to fully manage your media library and device settings directly from a computer. These desktop apps provide the most comprehensive set of options, enabling you to edit movie covers, background, and even identify movie collections directly from your PC. This setup is ideal for someone who prefers a more detailed and hands-on approach. However, if you still prefer the convenience of a mobile app, which is, as mentioned before, surprisingly compatible with the Dune Control app. In summary, while the Playerone 8K doesn't have a dedicated mobile app, its robust desktop application offers a lot of control and customization, making it a very powerful tool for anyone hands-on. Now let's go ahead and talk about performances, which is the most important aspect to me. All three devices perform well, but there are some notable differences. Both the Dune HD Solo 8K and the Revolution Playerone 8K are high-end models, while the Zidoo Z9X 8K is positioned as a budget model. Despite this, all three load up the collections quickly. However, they all take quite some time to load the covers when you go into your movie collection. To me, I feel like they could make that even faster. How, I don't know, but I hope in the future that will be improved. When it comes to movie playback, all three devices are fast, but there are also some differences in responsiveness. Scrolling through a movie is the fastest on the Revolution Playerone and the slowest on the Zidoo Z9X 8K. This is most likely because the Zidoo is a budget model. The Dune HD 8K performs well overall, offering a good balance between speed and functionalities. However, I do want to highlight a significant issue with the Zidoo Z9X 8K. When playing some sort of large movie files with HDR10 Plus like Tron Legacy, the device would instantly buffer, making it very frustrating for me. And I tried various solutions, connecting through Ethernet, connecting through Wi-Fi, checking if all my settings, my hard disk drives are well, and even check out the settings in the Zidoo, but nothing resolved my issue. And I just want to clarify, when I tried everything and it wouldn't work, I turned on the Playerone 8K and it would play the same file instantly without any trouble. This performance issue is critical to me and has a significant impact on the choice I want to make for the best device I want to use. While the Zidoo Z9X 8K is a solid budget option, it just struggles with some types of files. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you which device I believe is the best fit for me. When it comes down to build quality, the Revolution Playerone 8K is my top choice. I appreciate how seamlessly it fits into a rack, and the overall construction feels robust and durable. It also features a hard disk drive bay for up to 32 terabytes and a large customizable display, which adds a touch of customization to the setup. For the user interface, I gotta be honest with you, it was a very tough decision for me. But ultimately, I choose the Zidoo Z9X user interface. It just feels more modern and fresh overall. It's also good to know that the Playerone 8K is slower in the interface compared to the Zidoo Z9X 8K. However, the Playerone 8K has a feature that when you hover over a movie, the background instantly plays a trailer. The Zidoo Z9X 8K has a similar feature, but it takes about 10 seconds for the trailer to load. And the trailer playback on the Revolution Playerone feels more polished. Despite this, the overall newer feel of the Zidoo user interface made it my top choice. In terms of remote control, I feel like all three devices could improve their remote control. Ideally, I'd like to see a sensor that activates backlighting as soon as you pick up the remote control, with the lighting lasting longer and brighter. A rechargeable option would also be very welcomed, especially considering the price point. Similar to what we see for the remote control for my Sony A90J. But overall, I believe the Zidoo remote control is the best of the three, but there's room for improvement across the board. For mobile apps and PC features, the Revolution Playerone 8K takes the lead for me. The R Video app has the most features on a Windows or Mac PC. It does not have a dedicated mobile app, but you can still use the Dune controller app to control it. However, I would really appreciate it if the Revolution also gets their own dedicated application and offered the ability to change movie covers directly from the mobile app and also add an integrated music player directly to the media player. Performance is the most critical factor to me, and unfortunately, the Zidoo Z9X 8K falls short here. It struggles with some type of large files, which for me is a deal breaker, but I just want to give an important note that I don't know if that issue only lies with me. One thing I haven't tried is a factory reset. As a result, my top choice in this category is the Revolution Playerone 8K, which excel in any file playing. Now, before we continue to my final opinion, I just want to say one more time that I'm very thankful to Zidoo, Dune HD and Revolution for giving me this opportunity to test all three devices. However, it is important to note that we're comparing two high-end models against a budget model. Unfortunately, I do not have access to Zidoo's higher-end model for a more balanced comparison. But based on the devices I tested, the Revolution Playerone 8K clearly comes on top for me. I love its build quality. It has a great interface that I do, however, feel like it can run faster, but it also has a slightly better picture and sound quality compared to the Dune or the Zidoo. Now I'm also very curious which device you're leaning towards after watching this review. Let me know your choice in the comment section below. In the end, all three of these devices are a fantastic option for anyone who's serious about their home media setup. One thing that would really make any of these devices stand out is the addition of Google and Netflix certifications. That way I wouldn't need both a streaming device like the Google TV Chromecast and a media player like this. Everything would be integrated in one. Plus, adding support for Google Home features would be an extra bonus for me. That being said, it all depends on finding the right device that fits your needs. If you're looking for a more detailed review on any of these devices, including specifications like chipset, RAM, and more, check out the links in the description below. You might have noticed that the Dune HD 8K Solo box isn't here. That's because since recently I don't have my hands on it anymore, but I conducted all my testings when I had access to it. I'll also add links in the description below for any of these devices that you want to purchase for yourself. And if you found that this review was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.